Hi guys, and welcome back to another video with me, Online Luke. Just wanted to go over a couple of things today. First one being the beginner's guide, where you can get it from, what it's going to look like and what formats it's available in. The second thing is going to be just to go over a couple of sections in the guide that I've been asked questions about that I can expand on a little bit. And the third thing is about sourcing, how we source and what we use to source. Okay, so if any of those things are of interest, especially the beginner's guide, then hang on in there and we'll put a little video together and help you out with that. So the first thing is the Facebook guide, and there's a couple of places to find that. If you aren't in the Facebook group, then please come and join us. It's Online Luke on Facebook, and I will leave a link for this below in the description so you can head on over there. Once you've done that and you're in the group, depending on your page setup, somewhere along the top you will have files. If you click files and come down here, there's a PDF there containing the beginner's guide, so you can download that and you can crack on with that straight away. Or you can head over to onlineluke.com, along the top here, beginner's guide, and you can read your way through there and get started selling on Amazon just with this guide. Now, there's a couple of things I wanted to go over, like I said at the beginning, that have been highlighted by people and things that have been asked about. The first one I do touch on on the home page, and that is with regards to experience. A lot of people ask me, do I need experience to start selling on Amazon? And the simple answer is no. I mean, if you read through my intro on the website or on Facebook, you'll see that I've been a mechanic since I left school and have no other real experience in anything else. Before I started doing Arbitrage, I did try a few other online businesses, but without the experience and without a massive injection of cash, I struggled pretty quickly and it came to a grinding halt. The difference with Arbitrage is that you can start with a tiny amount of money and build it to whatever you want. For example, if you're looking at our Facebook group, there's a guy in there, I think it was yesterday, posted, Dennis. In fact, I can just show you that from here. I'm sure he won't mind. Dennis reached £50,000 turnover in his first year. Now, he will tell you it wasn't easy peasy, but he did it in his first year without any massive investment. I believe he invested £100 or £200 to start out, and within 12 months, that's where he got it. And it's the same for a lot of people. You don't need to invest a massive amount of money. I'm in the unfortunate position where I don't have a massive amount of money to put into this because, like I said before, and in all honesty, because I'm on a journey, I put a lot of money into previous ventures and didn't see all of that money back. So, whereas Dennis is now working his way out of his full-time job, and that's my end goal, there are other options for you. You don't have to turn Amazon into your career and it be your life. You can have it as a side hustle. You know, you can have it paying for holidays. You can have it paying for a brand new car. You can have it paying for all those extra things. You can have it paying off some credit cards or some debt you've accumulated, so that the money you do earn from your job is yours, and Amazon is kind of just paying off other debt that you have. But for most people, once they get a taste of it, the end goal is to solely have a business where you work for yourself. But there are options. You don't need experience, and it is possible. Okay? Having said that, there's probably still a few of you that are thinking, yeah, that's great, but what is the business? What's it all about and what you're talking about? Well, in the beginner's guide, I have got a section in there that says exactly that. What is Amazon FBA and Arbitrage? So very briefly, Amazon is the biggest online sales platform in the world currently, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be there for a long time at the top. FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, so that means anything that you purchase, whether it's in store or online, that you want to sell, you send into Amazon fulfillment centers. Once the product is sold, they deal with the customer service, delivery, the postage, and all the boring stuff, leaving you more time to source more products you can make money on. Okay, Arbitrage, what is arbitrage? Simply meaning you're buying a product at a good price and selling it for a better price. So whether that's a deal where you're buying 3 for 2, or it's 50% off or something like that, it means you're buying it at a good price and you're able to resell it on Amazon at a better price. So that's arbitrage. The two differences in arbitrage that you'll hear a lot are retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. Now, there's not been a lot of retail arbitrage recently because it involves going into shops and purchasing things from actual retailers. So that's retail arbitrage, where you walk into a shop, you purchase a product, you bring it out, then you send it in and sell it on Amazon. Online arbitrage is simply where you find those deals from the comfort of your home, or the cafe, or a park, or anywhere you've got an internet connection. You can source online, get the products to your house, send them into FBA, sell them, Amazon do all the work. Okay, so that's retail and online arbitrage. Third-party sellers. Okay, if you are doing online or retail arbitrage, you are a third-party seller. Okay, which is totally fine. Amazon love them. In fact, I think last time I read between 40 and 60% of the people selling on Amazon are third-party sellers. There is another option, which I'm not going to go into too much, but it is something I've done in the past. It is what I end up owing quite a lot of money for, so I'm not saying never do it, and I'm definitely not saying I won't do it again. What I am saying is the next option I'm going to talk about, private label, is something I wouldn't start on. Okay, I would definitely start on arbitrage. If you enjoy it, you like Amazon, you like the way things work, and you can see an option for private label in the future, then that's the way to do it. But personally, I wouldn't recommend starting with private label. Private label is where you find a niche or a product on Amazon already that you can have designed and made yourself and compete with the people already doing it. Now, obviously there's scope to make a lot of money doing that, as well as the possibility of losing money as with all businesses. But when you start with arbitrage, the products you're selling as a third-party seller are already known products. So although your listing needs to be seen, you're not having to sell that product to the customer, because the customer already knows about that product and is probably looking for it already. Whereas if you start with private label, you have to launch your product to the world, which can be expensive. So it's just went off on a bit of a tangent there, but that's another reason that I think starting with arbitrage is the best idea. Okay, so that's arbitrage, third-party sellers. We've been over, can we start with no experience? I'd say that's a definite yes. Okay, there's not really much to go on with what do I need to get started. Although I have had people talking about software. It's not something that you actually need to start. First of all, you can set your account up. You need to, as it says on the guide here, your laptop, your printer, your bits and pieces, your equipment, which you can find up in the resources and the equipment things on the pages on the website. The one thing that will really help you to start, and I don't think I could now be without, is a software called BuyBot Pro. Now what BuyBot Pro does is analyse your products. So when you think you found a product that you would like to source and sell, BuyBot Pro will come up on the page wherever you're looking at that product, and it will tell you how many are selling on Amazon, how many people are selling it, the ranking of that product, the break-even point of that product, the profit margin, the return on investment, if there's ever been any intellectual property problems with that product, which basically means the owner of the product doesn't want other people selling it. It will tell you all of those things that you need to make a sensible choice before you go and buy a product. So if there was one piece of software I said that you should just run off and get right now, it's BuyBot Pro, and I will leave a link below so that you can head over there and have a look. If you're starting out, it will save you a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of possible headaches, so I do recommend that. The last thing I wanted to mention in the video is a few things that have changed in regards to sourcing. Now, when I made this, my best option I thought was to use DS Quickview, which is still really good. I'll just show you quickly. If you're on Amazon and you pick a category, whether it's cat food, dog food, car wiper blades, watering cans, whatever, the products will always come up like this. They'll obviously show you the name at the top, the price, and all the bits and pieces. If you've got DS Quickview on that page, what you'll notice is a few other boxes. It will show you here the number there, if I can hover over it without it bringing another box up, 37. That is what we call the BSR, that's the bestseller rank. So that is basically an indicator of where that product is ranking on Amazon. And I can tell you now that these products are in toys, and these numbers, I mean, they are super fast sellers, which is why it also tells you here that they're sold by Amazon. Okay, that's an important piece of information, and in some future videos I'll explain why and whether you should worry about Amazon selling the product that you want to sell as well. The other piece of information that's useful is here: 3+ sellers, 3+ sellers, 2+ sellers, 8+ sellers. If a product only has one seller, or it just says sold by Amazon, there's a chance that Amazon aren't sharing the buy box with anybody else, or that the creator of that product is the only one allowed to sell it. Okay, so this is a really good overview. When you see 8 sellers, it's a good indication that Amazon are selling this buy box with the other 8 people, possibly, otherwise they wouldn't all be there, and that there's not just one person allowed to sell it. Obviously, if you've got BuyBot Pro, you can then click on that product and go into that much deeper. But for now, I just wanted to show you that DS Quickview was very useful when you're trying to source. From here, you can then, if you decided you wanted to sell this product because it had an excellent ranking and it looked like it was a good price, and obviously it was this Friends, that's obviously a very popular product at the moment, so you could simply highlight that, go off to Google or wherever else and have a little search, and if you could find it cheaper than that and the numbers added up, you know it's selling well, BuyBot Pro would help you, and you could decide whether to make a purchase. Okay, so that's reverse sourcing, which is brilliant, but a little time consuming. Now, if you're like me and using this as a side hustle until it's good enough to pay all my bills, then you might be interested in a deal software. Now, this is the other thing that's changed on my resources page. On an Arbitrage Deals, in my opinion, still the best one out there, they have currently shut their doors to new people, which is brilliant because it means that the products that they are giving me every day aren't going to be saturated, and I'm not going to have too many people trying to sell the same thing. So thankfully they have shut the door before that happens. However, if you're interested in using the deal software and time is a bit of a thing for you, then you can head over to my resources page on an Arbitrage Deals, and there will be a email address on there that you can contact them and get put on a waiting list. I don't know how fast it's moving, but basically if somebody comes out, you can get in, but if you're not on the list, then you can't do that. Okay, so definitely recommend getting over there. The last thing I wanted to talk about, actually 2 things. One of them is, what can I sell on Amazon? Or can I sell anything on Amazon? There's millions of products you can sell on Amazon, and they're all split into different categories: kitchen, beauty, grocery, toys, but to name a few, like is in here. What I would say to you guys starting out is, don't get too caught up with what you're not allowed to sell. Okay, sell the things that you're not gated in, sell the things that you can sell, sell the things that you're not restricted in. And once you've got a bit of momentum and you've learnt your way around, felt your way around, then you can start applying to be ungated in certain categories, which will obviously mean you can sell more products, which means you'll be able to make more profit. But to start with, don't get caught up with all the closed doors. Okay, concentrate on the open ones, step through them, and then just notice the doors that open for you. All right, I am going to do some videos later on in the summer showing ways of becoming ungated and things to help you out on that front. But to start with, take the easy paths, take the doors that are open to you, sell the products you're allowed to sell, and save that for later on down the line when you've got some momentum. Okay. Next one is the buy box. What is the buy box? It's quite tricky. I remember when I started, I was pretty confused by the buy box. The easiest way I can describe it now is you imagine there's 5 people trying to sell, like on the page here, this chainsaw. Okay, 5 people. But there's only one place you can click buy it now or add to cart or anything like that. So that buy box will be shared between the 5 people that are selling it. Okay, if you're all selling it for the same price, then you probably get some even turns in selling it. There are many contributing factors to you getting that buy box. That could be as simple as whether your product is in a fulfillment center near that customer, or it could be that you are selling it fulfilled by Amazon as opposed to fulfilled by merchant, because that would mean the customer may get it quicker, and Amazon like that. It could be price, as I mentioned before. In some later videos we'll go into the buy box and ways of getting involved in that as well. Okay, but that's just a little overview of the buy box. Finally, what to do next. Okay guys, if you haven't started or you're looking to start, now is a fantastic time to start. I said this last year and nothing has changed. Okay, the numbers of Amazon have only gone up. The opportunities on Amazon have only gone up. Okay, so it is really something I would recommend you get involved in if you're interested now. Okay, if you want to find out any more information, Facebook group is here. Okay, Online Luke. I'll leave a link below for this and everything else that I've spoken about today. If you want to get in contact with me directly, head over to the website, buzz down to the bottom, drop me an email. It'd be great to hear from you. And that, guys, is everything I wanted to talk about today. Some really cool videos coming up soon. I'm going to go through sourcing, going to go through how to use BuyBot Pro and the ways that I use it, all manner of cool things. Anything you want in particular, drop it in the Facebook group, ask questions, tell us how you're doing. Great to hear from you. Get started, guys. You won't regret it. Take care. Bye-bye.